Hey there, Foppers, and welcome back to a quest to finish every single video game. That's right, absolutely all of them. Today we're back with Lobotomy Corporation, and we're still working our way through our employees here, trying to train them all. We're getting really close to beta suppression again, and also our employees are really strong for the most part. Like, it's actually kind of insane how strong our employees are getting. So it's a very fun time for me, I think, to play now and just actually have all these employees here that are just kind of cracked. They're certainly not gonna struggle with beta suppression, I think. I cannot see that being the case. I don't see how that would even be possible. As long as we play with some sort of decent strat. I mean, we're probably gonna have to try it a couple of times, just because, you know, things are gonna happen and things are gonna get in the way, but I can't see it being a major problem to just actually get past that. I hope. Do we need to train any of you? Not really. We do need to work more with Little Prince. We wait for Meltdown though. Yeah, so I'm big hyped right now. Really hoping we get something good going on here. Just gonna train a little bit of everyone on Blue Star. So we can get some decent stats. Yeah, so I'm kind of tired today. I was out late yesterday, just at my parents' playing some card games. We love card games in my family in general. Think card games are a lot of fun. But the issue is that they have a cat, and I haven't got myself tested, but I'm pretty sure I'm allergic to cats. I mean, my father, he is crazy allergic, and I didn't used to react at all when I was younger, but I think I've sort of grown into it. I think that's something you can do, and I'm pretty sure I've done it. I might just be completely wrong here. Anyways, I like really start tearing up really bad, and I feel it in my nose and sort of my throat, and you can see it clearly in my eyes. And it's whenever I'm close to a cat and I spend time like cuddling a cat or whatever, and eventually if the cat walks up to my face, which it does sometimes, or I accidentally touch my face or whatever, I do end up feeling the effects. So I'm pretty sure that's what's going on, although I haven't confirmed it. But I do take those allergy pills sometimes, and that does help. The thing is that it makes me very sleepy. Like, I'm all gone after. I slept like, I don't know, I really messed up my sleep schedule today. So I can really feel the tiredness like kicking in here. And I don't really mind. I think those allergy pills, they are good. I like taking them a little bit too much, I think, if anything. But yeah, it's not like it's an issue. I just take those pills and it sort of works out. They're over-the-counter stuff, of course. So if it helps, it helps, and it's not dangerous, just don't overconsume, and I certainly don't do that. It's essentially just when I'm visiting them that I take like one pill. So I would not say that I'm... Why are there so many clowns up here? What in the world? Yeah, I would not say that I'm over consuming them to an unhealthy degree, at least. So that's what's really important to me, is just, you know, try to be a little bit healthy, I guess, in that sense, because Of course, overconsumption of anything isn't good for you. So avoid that. Avoid that, kids. Okay, just don't do that. It's not fun to be sick or whatever, because you do too much. You can get like liver problems from a lot of things and stuff. But yeah, that helps. And you know, we played like a card game, and it takes a while. It's a long card game. So we played just 2 rounds, but it takes like 1 hour per, so we were playing for a couple of hours, plus a little bit due to break times and stuff, and you know, things happening. Wait, where has the clown gone? Okay, yeah, because he moved. He moved like up here. It's fine. It's fine. So yeah, I've been doing that, and I did come second place the first time, and I had an absolutely awful start because it's been literally years since I played that card game. I have no idea what you would know it as, so I'm not even gonna bother. It's not really that important. But I came second place the first time, and I had an absolutely awful start, and then I won the second time, so I'm quite pleased with myself against for people who play that game more regularly than I do. But then again, I am a very strategic person when it comes to things like that, and it's not that difficult once you get into it. In a way, I mean, you still need to play better than the other people, of course. But I'm very strategic in that sense, so I mean, I have sort of an advantage in a way, because that's my jam. But it got me thinking, like, because my father, he doesn't really play bridge anymore. I think you know it as bridge. He used to play a lot of bridge. He was like in clubs and stuff. And if you don't know what bridge is, it's a card game, sort of similar to what we played yesterday, actually. And well, it's usually associated with like older people. It takes a lot of time, I think. I think the association is like with people who are retired. Just I get like a vivid image of sitting in like some park or something and playing it. I don't know. Maybe not a park. The cars would blow all over the place. But yeah. And essentially you need to be like 4 people to play that game. So you are 4 people, and 2 and 2, the ones sitting opposite to each other, you sit at like a square table usually. They will be on the same team. So there are 2 teams with 4 people. And you bet on how many like rounds you'll win or whatever. I don't know what you would call it necessarily. But like to win a round, someone starts the round by playing a card, and if they play a clubs, then you'll like need to play a clubs. And if you play the highest value clubs, then you win that round. And you see your cards and you bet on like how many rounds you will win. And if you are correct, then you get a point. Or not a point, you get more points, I think. Especially, I think the more you bet, the more points you get. I don't remember, it's been years since I really looked at that game. So I don't remember the details necessarily. But anyways, you play and you bet on how many points you'll end up getting. And I actually think that's kind of fun. Again, I do love card games, really, so it's not a surprise that I enjoy that. So one time my father, when I was very young, I must have been like 5 years old or something, I think. Maybe not 5, maybe like 10 is more correct. Yeah, 10 is definitely more correct. He set up, I think it was a club that set it up, but like he was one of the people who like actually dealt with setting it up, you know. Some sort of course for it, like in the evening, to get more people into the club or whatever, get more people playing. So he and like his partner, because you are in teams of 2, of course, so he had like a regular partner, and that used to be his partner. They set up this game, and was like once every week for like a month or something. You would come in there and you would just play a few rounds and learn a little bit of basic theory. You got like, I remember you got a book with like homework you were supposed to do. I mean, it wasn't very strict. If you didn't want to do it, I don't think you would get in any trouble. But it was to help people understand the game, you know, because it can be, I think it can be overwhelming to a lot of people who are new to it. So he set up this course with his partner there. And they like, let's see, who do we want to train here? We can do Steve. They invited me to come because, well, I was my father's son, of course. And I was like, yeah, of course, because This was in the evening. I was 10 years old, and this was in the evening, like a little drive away and stuff. So when we would go there, I would used to get these late nights, and I was all for that. And also I enjoyed playing cards. So I would be with them there, and with just elderly people. Oh, we get Indigo Noon. I did not prepare for that. It's probably fine. Just keep track of some health levels. We can have some people just attack anywhere, and it should probably work out. Yeah, I would be with them there, and I would do my homework and stuff, like everyone. It was a lot of fun. I do remember in this one practice thing that because there are 52 cards and there are 4 people, there are 13 possible points you can get. You know, you can win all 13 cards in theory. It's not easy. You need to have the luck of the draw to be able to do that, and of course you need to play with a little bit of strategy as well. And I remember, because I was sitting with like an elderly person, was my like an elderly lady, really poor lady, was my partner. I think it was randomly set up, so I don't think she expected too much. I was probably kind of upset, if I'm gonna be honest, because I would have thought I was at a major disadvantage. Anyways, it was my turn to like bet on how many points we were gonna get. You're not talking to your partner about that, you're not strategizing. You need to make that decision by yourself because you're not supposed to talk. So I said, I looked at my cards and I said 13, and this poor woman, she was looking terrified, I seem to recall. Because that was insane, like you don't get 13, you need to win every single one of the rounds. We did have the advantage of starting, which made it slightly easier in a way. But yeah, she was looking horrified. The funny thing is, we ended up getting 13. I was right. And we were the only team to end up getting 13. So that was very fun. I remember that being like a big dopamine high for me at the time. Especially because of the doubt. They were like, oh, you don't need to bet 13, you know, that's not necessarily a good strategy. Like looking down on me, like, well, not looking down, but just thinking that I didn't know what I was talking about because I was a literal child, you know. And I was like, no, I won 13, so I was allowed to say 13, and we ended up winning on it, so I was very happy with that. And we were the only table to get 13, I think, ever. So that was very fun. But at the end of this, there was also like a tournament after you had learned everything, and like all the teams there would have a tournament. And we were like about a regular classroom size of people. We must have been like 20 to 30 people, I think closer to 30 if I had to guess. So there would be 3 winners, 3 winning pairs, mind you. So that would mean 6 people who like won, first place, second place, and third place, of course. And the reward for winning, it wasn't anything major, it was just chocolate. So you got like these bars of chocolate, and the first place got to choose first, and second place got to choose second, and so on. So you got a slight reward for coming in first. Nothing major, but it did get a reward for coming first. And I think my team, we ended up getting second. I know we like actually won fair and square. But I was so disappointed because none of the chocolates there was anything I would want. So because they were for more grown-up people, I was more into plain chocolate. These were all like nutty chocolate bars. And that... I mean, sometimes younger people like that, of course, but 10-year-olds, I don't think they tend to gravitate towards those kind of things. I certainly didn't. Oh, we get a meltdown, of course. Yes, and get that. And that should be fine. Well, I certainly didn't want that. But then he revealed that he had, like, hidden away a regular chocolate for me. And I was very happy, because that wasn't my initial choice, and I was like, oh, well, I don't really want any of these. And he was like, well, luckily I have this for you. And then he got out a regular box of chocolate. And I was very happy with that. And like on the way home, my father revealed to me that I was always getting that chocolate, like as a participation trophy, because they didn't actually expect us to get to win the tournament, you know, to come in second or whatever and actually deserve a reward. But we did. I won it fair and square when I was supposed to get a participation trophy. So I was very happy with that too. I think that is sort of a little bit of the reason I'm still into cards today, to be perfectly honest. Just the high of like actually knowing that I can be good, and yeah, I don't know. It was a very fun time. I remember, oh, we're about to get a dusk here, we don't care for that. I remember like on the way to one of those events, we stopped by someplace and we bought like a Beyblade. It was that time. And it was very fun because, see what we get here. A few good stat ups. Maxwell got a good boost. Archer got more prudence. This seems fine. Lamarck is leveling up justice. Rin up, Camille up. Good job for promoting. Family Guy, a little bit of SP, nothing major. Gatet got max SP, so that's amazing. And really close to max justice as well. Huh. Licorice promoted. Good job, Licorice. Little Helper Fan reaching level 5 in every stat, slowly but surely. Pepsi, another piece of fortitude. Good job. Steve Harty, just slight amounts of SP, didn't really do too much with you, so I'm happy with that. A little bit of justice here. Bonbon got a lot of SP. That's a crazy amount of SP to get. I don't even remember training you at all, so I'm happy with that. Don got a decent amount of SP. Leaked Ghost did very well. Still missing Fortitude. We can fix that. Melendez level 5 on every stat. Good job, people. I'm happy with that. Yeah, so we had like a fountain when I was at school. Oh, let's see what we get here. Oh, we get Judgment Bird. I love me some Judgment Bird. I don't care for Mountain in before Bina Suppression. Bloodbath would be good. We take Judgment Bird here, of course. I think Judgment Bird is gonna be very useful to have in our facility. Great for training. Doesn't really breach much. I think I want to keep expanding Extraction Team for now. I kind of want to gun it for Bina Suppression now. We can max this department up like right before day 42, right about there. And we can do Bina Suppression basically right away. See, yeah, just normal or bad work result is bad. It really doesn't get much easier. You like all works except for repression, so that's fine. We don't care much for more repression anyways, because we have that locked out in our facility. Who do we want on our team right now? I don't know. We could do Hong Lu, maybe? No, Yum Yum. It's been a while since Yum Yum was in the facility. Yum Yum can help out there. That's good. Do we want to do anything with Ego? I don't think we do. Because Yum Yum is already good. Yeah, everyone in our facility should have WoW right now. You are not in our facility at the moment, which is why you are standing there. We have something for the next person to come in without WoW equipment. We have like 3 people who needs to upgrade a little bit. Yeah. 3 here. We need 2 suits. We only have 1, so we are 1 WoW or Aleph gear off. Ah, that sucks. I think we have the weapons we need. We need 3, but I think we have a lot of weapons. Is that correct? We have this suits, 2 weapons and 3 heaven. Yeah, we have a lot of weapons. We are just missing a little bit of suit action. Nothing major. We can get by with 1 AG suit. It's fine. It's fine. And we probably want to move some people around as well, if I had to guess. Who do we want to move, though? You guys can stay up here, I think. That's probably fine for now. It would be nice to get Justicia set up with the Justicia gift. We could try going for that. Leaked Ghost, missing Fortitude. We should probably train that down here. Pepsi missing SP. Alright. Little Bobby is so cracked, he doesn't really need to train anymore here. Queen of Hatred fan doesn't need to be here. Are any of you done with SP? Dawn is done, so we can move you out. We can move Queen of Hatred fan in. We can move Leaked Ghost down here. Move Dawn up here. And I think we have everything we need for now. I think we do. Alright. Can we move any of you into safety team actually? Someone with high temperance maybe? Camille strikes me as good. Licorice. And then we can move Melendez out. Move Camille in. We can move Katja out and move Licorice in. There we go. And begin management for me, please. Alright, now we just need to work with you guys on Meltdown and we're gonna be good. I would rather spend some time training here. We need that still. We can get your SP levels up though. Bong Bong can work like twice and she should be finished off SP wise. Set Heathcliff in there. Someone needs to work with Porcubus, of course. Wait, that's not true. They're all done with Porcubus. What? They just need justice. Alright. I don't mind. Do we need to train anyone in here? We might as well train a little bit in here. People are really getting SP levels up. Train Steve. Do we need anything from you? We could do... No, Zokai is maxed out in Justice. We could do Instinct though. More health. That seems fair. More attachment. Not really necessary. Guess we can still go for it. Yeah, we should probably train more up here. This is the best spot to train right now. Yeah, we used to have like a broken fountain back in school. And that was like a perfect bowl shape, like a big metal bowl. So we would play Beyblades there. And, you know, the nerdy kids, we would all be there. Whereas like the jocks, they would be at like, I don't know, they would be playing football or something in a totally different part of the school. So as nerds, we kind of got the area to ourselves. And we were playing Beyblade and stuff there, other things as well. Depending on what was popular at the time. Were a lot of trends back in school, I remember. Trying Yum Yum there this time. There were a lot of trends, you know, a lot of different things going on. So in our Beyblade period, we would play that there, and that was very fun. It was perfectly set up to have epic Beyblade tournaments. So that was really big. Of course it got, like, outlawed from our school. I think that was, like, a general experience in a lot of places. Because schools deemed them too dangerous and, well, they didn't want to risk children's health or whatever in the schoolyard. I think. I don't know if that's the reasoning. That's what makes sense to me. Like, people probably ended up getting hurt first, because it can happen. Unfortunately. And I get that. Although, at the time, while at school, that sucked. That was the worst thing ever. When you weren't allowed to play the Beyblades anymore, you know. That was awful. But that's what happened. But it was a good time. I remember, like, Bakugan and stuff as well. We were playing that a lot. Oh, perfect food. Alright, I don't mind. Yeah, we were playing a lot of those things back at school. Of course, Pokemon cards used to be big. That was probably... That was like the first trend I remember. It was Pokemon cards, and then it was Bakugan, and then it was Beyblades. And after that, we really didn't do too much more because we started growing out of like toys and stuff. But that was very fun. I wish I had like that sense of novelty in a way still. Like certain fun trends happening and whatnot. It's not really like that when you're an adult. You know, the magic of that really just disappears at some point because it's not cool anymore. And I'm not saying, I mean, I look at new like toys and stuff today, and I'm like, what in the world is this? This looks like the lamest thing ever, most of the time. Well, I don't really see them too often, but if I do, I mean, I have like a younger brother and stuff, very young relative to me, for example. So I like see new things every now and then, and I'm always like, this is the silliest stuff ever. Back in my day, we would never. But like, all things considered, I do wish it was still kind of like that. I think that would be a very fun time. Of course, I am an adult and I don't find the fun in it anymore. So there's really nothing I could do to get that wonder back, I think. Maybe except for just starting to be less grumpy, I guess. Maybe I'm just too grumpy. Who do we send to work with the little prince last time? I think it was Yum Yum. Send Yum Yum to work with you, just so anyone can work with the little prince next time. No issues at all. What we want to train here, we can train health. Train out little Timmy's health a little bit. Of course, we get another one on Burrowing Heaven. I don't see the problem with that. We will get through that as well, of course, as we always do. Keep training with a little Red Riding Hood Mercenary as well. We are gonna need to spend a little bit of lob at some point here to get people past the final thresholds. Oh, little Timmy barely survived that. Well, Sim get that this time. Yeah, little Tim is not healthy enough to deal with Judgment Bird comfortably. We should work more with Little Prince as well. Who can we really trust, though? I don't know. We could trust Yum Yum. We could do that. The thing about the WoW ones is that they give so much experience, so it's just worth it. Even if we don't necessarily need to work with them. I don't know, though. Maybe it's not. Send Steve Hardy again. I mean, he did get the gift, so he's looking kind of cracked, actually. Send in Zokai here, get you slightly more health. At some point here, you're gonna be totally maxed out relative to what I want from you. I don't care much for Temperance right now. Temperance is definitely the least important stat going into the later days here, I think. I mean, they all have decent Temperance already, and having just slightly more wouldn't really do much good, I think. I know someone's probably gonna hear that and go, you are completely wrong, my dear sir. Temperance, you need max level Temperance in order to beat day 69, because if you, it's a stat check, you know, and if you don't have 150 Temperance, then your employee will explode and take everyone in the department with them. Something like that is gonna happen. I know. Send just my 4 squad there. We keep one Sin fan. Just hold him back, just so he can deal with any clown that could spawn, potentially. Of course, it doesn't matter because no clowns spawn up there, but it's good to have access to him close by, just in case. Then we send in a squad for you. And we are dealing with all the freaking clowns right now. We have one down there, dead. 2 up here, dead. Good job, people. We're gonna get 2 meltdowns after. That's probably fine. I think everyone can work with the Little Prince right now. So that's what I really want from there. Keep trying to train Jacob's sanity up. Looking kind of good already, so that's fine. Why do we have someone there who just needs attachment? That's an awful idea. We can't train that up there. Oh well, it doesn't matter too much. We don't need to perfectly min-max everything, you know. I mean, Steve Hardy might be at max level now. Maybe we start sending King of Greed fan. We do that. We get a little bit of progress there as well. We keep working up here. This is where we have people to train. So get that going for us. And we'll end up successful, I hope. I would hope so. Sending Weatherby there. Punishing birds out, that's fine. We need to train more justice up here. Or whatever. I don't know. We can just train a bunch of different stats. We are done with today. We're about to have 2 meltdowns down here. Little Prince. Who do we send this time? Maybe we do... Little Timmy should be very safe to send. I want Yum Yum, so you can actually train here. You can try Little Timmy down there. Oh, you're weak to black damage. Maybe that's why you took so much damage earlier. Family Guy would be way better then. Family Guy cannot die. Do we send someone for you? You deal pale damage? Anyone here strong against pale? Not really. That is the issue with Little Timmy. He takes a lot of damage from both black and pale. Both very big down there. Don't know what word I was looking for, so I ignored it. And went for some completely different word instead. We keep training Leaked Ghosts. Maybe we do another Pepsi run actually, just so you can get your SP to a decent level. We can train the rest on Blue Star, should we have the time for it. I'm starting to think we won't get the time for it. We should definitely get the cool things SP up, because I think that boosts his weapon here. I think. We probably want Yum Yum down there when she's healed up a little bit, just so we know she's safe to work with the Little Prince one more time. Hopefully that doesn't end up punishing me. Alright. Yeah, we are looking good here. We are looking good here. King of Greed fan. Then we'll do Zokai another time. You don't even really need to train more on that one, Zokai. I think you must be approaching max level health. At which point you are just totally good all around. So that's good to know. Send in Lamarcus, I guess. Send in Delilah. We're just doing a bunch of stuff. Just a bunch of stuff, my friend. Rose in there. Send you two over here. And we are approaching the Dusk Ordeal. You are getting in there, and that will be the final work of the day. And that's good. That's good. Just let you guys finish off what you're doing. See, it's only you left. Is it Lamarcus? It's Weatherby. Alright. Oh, look at the cute little dog. I love him. Day 40 complete. Great. Oh, Rose promoted. We take those. Weatherby level up Fortitude slightly. Also Temperance just a little bit. Not on the next level, but still good. Justice for Maxwell. May, a few level ups. Looking good. Laverne didn't do too much. Rin, good level of health. Camille up. King of Greedfang got the gift. We take those. That's pretty good. A little bit more justice for the Family Guy. Gatet, slightly more justice. Nothing major, it seems. Licorice got a ton of justice, so that's very good. I love that. Little Helper Fan, level 5 in every stat. Good job. Pepsi, just slightly more SP. I didn't really focus on you this time, I'm sorry. Steve Harty, almost max level SP. Zokai got a little bit of health, but not as much as I would have thought. Delilah looking good here. Robertus, a little bit more. Bonbon is done with SP training, amazing. Jacob is damn near done with SP training, missing just 1 or 2 works probably. Cool Thing got a little bit of SP, Little Timmy got a little bit of HP. Leaked Ghost got a ton of HP, that's what I was trying to train, that's good. Ava doing good here, a little bit of everything it seems. Yum Yum, a little bit of SP, relatively good amounts, a little bit of justice as well. Now let's see what abnormality we end up getting here. I hope it's nothing bad. Oh, this is this is not great. We hate Meat Lantern. We hate Parasitry. Old Lady, we could take Old Lady. I just think she's annoying. I would rather re-extract and hope for the best, please. Oh no. Well, you know, there is one thing we can do here, and that is take the Silent Orchestra. Oh no. What's Nameless Fetus's deal again? I'm gonna look that up just to be sure. I know I don't really want him, but maybe. Yeah, this might seem crazy. I think we go for Nameless Fetus. It's probably a bad idea. But I think it's actually fine. Maybe we try for it. We put it here, so we don't have to deal with it during Bina meltdown. We'll only have one day where we need to work with it now. Oh yes, of course you crash. Well, almost. You freeze at least. Yeah, we'll have one day where we need to work with it. We can probably get your gear. Oh no, we can't. You're fine as long as we do good work on you. And doing good work is relatively easy as well. The gift is actually quite decent, I think. Reduces white damage by 5%, a lot of movement speed and attack speed. And a slight cost to both health types. Yeah, I think it's fine. We need to move some people around. We can't have Archer in here. We want Archer up here, if anything. Bong Bong is done. You don't need to be there. Jacob is done. Oh, alright. Then we send... we can send Red into here. We can send... a Leaked Ghost, maybe? Little Helper Fan. Seems good there. Send Bong Bong and Jacob in here instead. So we can train up... Archer in there. That's true. We can train a lot of you guys in here. Maybe we should move some of you. It makes sense to move May down, for example. It also makes sense to move Ava down. We move you two down. We move Celadon up here, along with Maxwell. Put you guys in there. Are you guys done here? Not really. You can all still train here, so you can stay. And I think I'm happy with this. How are you guys looking? Little Timmy doesn't need to be here. Guttet doesn't need to be here. We move you guys up here, perhaps. We can move Justicia down. Try for the gift, maybe. And we can move Dude down. So we put Little Timmy and Guttet in there. And then we put you guys in there. And then we just freaking start management. Alright. Do we try training Justicia on you? See, we can train health up. You are strong against everything. I think this should be fine. We try for the gift there. Then we try training the cool thing up to a decent level. And it makes sense to do Ava here for now. Then we can do May up here, or Archer even. Archer is probably better, just do a couple of works to get his temperance up. We have Little Red Riding Hood Mercenary. We need to train Pepsi a couple of times. That makes sense. Steve Harty is done here. Everyone is done. We just need a little bit more for a King of Greed fan. We can get that going. Zokai still needs more help. We can get that going. And of course Justicia did well here. You can keep going, Justicia. And maybe you end up getting the gift if we're lucky. We'll see. We should also do one Sin Fan. Could go for the gift there. Do Archer one more time. We can do one Sin Fan up there. That makes sense. And this is the final episode before we try for Bina suppression again, isn't it? I'm just now realizing. We don't really have anyone we want to train there. We can take someone from another team. Take Delilah, for example. Yeah, we don't have anyone we want to train in anything anymore. We do Weatherby. People are too strong these days. And we get a meltdown. The little prince is fine. We can send in Justicia, maybe. You're maxed out in SP. Maybe we send Yum Yum instead. We can try to get that up. I don't like the look of you, my friend. Do not appreciate you very much. Just keep a little bit of training going here. It's all good. It's all good. Keep trying to send the cool thing up there. I mean, I'm happy with our stats for basically everyone. I am very happy. We still have a few people up here I would love to train a little bit more. We'll probably end up spending lob points getting these people to the final levels. That's what it's starting to seem like. We're gonna get a few more stats to decent levels, but we need to spend some lob soon. Which is, it's fine. It's fine. Lycor is in there. We should really... Oh yeah, Yum Yum in here, of course. There we go. We should really start getting Justice levels up to level 5 as soon as possible here. That's at least a little bit of money saved. Punishing Bird Sound, that's not a problem. Can work more with Porcubus. Send in May for attachment. We can work more with Pepsi here. You gotta be approaching a good level there now, Pepsi. You gotta be. It's gotta be so close. Yeah, I do wish there was a wonder when it came to like children's toys. I still do enjoy collecting cards and stuff. It's probably the closest thing to being a child. Or just, I don't know, of course I love video games. That is my biggest hobby as of right now. It's definitely video games. It's a lot of fun. It's just, yeah, I love overcoming challenges, and I love, it's sort of an escape, you know. Of course, that's what it is to a lot of people. Just escaping the real world for a little while, forgetting about everything like you need to do, just for a little bit. It's good. You need some way to like detach from reality sometimes, I think. I think that's very important. Of course, don't let it take over completely, but I think a lot of people kind of get that. Do you want a goddamn gift once in, fan? You have been working so many times without getting that. I know I don't work that many times during a single day, but I've been going for it like for so many days. And you have been allowed to work there. It's not that I have completely shut you off. You should just get that goddamn gift if you want it, and if you don't get it, you don't want it, and that's on you, not on me. We could keep doing Justicia in here as well. Justicia does have good equipment. I do want Justicia to level up anyways. For sure. Keep trying to get King of Greed fan up here. I mean, you have a lot of SP either way. Yeah, Diffraction just gives plus 6 SP, and then you have Christmas as well. So you are kind of cracked there. Keep sending Zokai in to get more health. We get 2 meltdowns, which is fine. We send in Yum Yum again. And then we can send Justicia in there this time to get a little bit of, well, justice. We probably should get your justice level up more. That makes sense. Yeah, it feels good. We are essentially breaching new records now. In terms of the days we're on. We have the best employees imaginable, really. So I'm feeling very good going into Bina suppression. I imagine it's gonna be smooth sailing, really. Of course, I might end up being completely wrong. It might be the worst. We might have the worst possible build for it. I cannot imagine that is the case, though. I mean, we have no difficult abnormalities that we need to work with, really. I mean, we have censored is probably gonna be the biggest problem. But we have so many people who are just so good when it comes to SP, so So if that's the biggest problem, we're really not struggling. Maybe we send Yum Yum in here now, so we can send her back to the little prince if need be. That makes sense. Send King of Greed fan again. And we do Lamarcus, level up please. Do we do someone for one sin fan? We can do Delilah. Not one sin fan, just one sin. That's not one sin at all. That's the little helper. I'm kind of losing all my thoughts here. Kind of losing all my thoughts. It's just clicking buttons simulator. You are low success chance. We don't care about that. It's really not much thinking going on. It's just routine at this point. Muscle memory. We need to work more with Justice Bird here. We do Justicia again. Then we do Yum Yum here because we know you can succeed. Then we can start sending people into Blue Star again. We can do the cool thing a few more times. We're gonna get Violet Noon, which is not an issue. We just need to keep that in mind. Let's see, we can train Laverne up there. We can train Licorice down there. It's all looking good. It's all coming together, really. I'm so so afraid. And going into these later days, I just want to be done with the game. I'm so excited to get into Library of Ruina. That is gonna be a good time, I think. I've said it before. I'm gonna actually crush. Oh, the 3 kind of looked like an X from that one angle. I was like, what's going on there? I think I'm gonna just breeze through Library. I think that's gonna be an easy game. You can quote me on that, by the way. I don't mind. I think we're gonna absolutely crush Library of Ruina. I don't think that's gonna be an issue in the slightest. And I know people are saying that the difficulty spikes are vertical or whatever. I don't care. It's gonna be easy rolling. No problem. No problem at all. Punishing Bird is out, that's fine. We are working Porcubus, which is gonna lead us into Violet Noon, so we move our people out of the way. And if the people are not in the main rooms, then Violet Noon is just the easiest thing you've ever seen in your goddamn life. It's not difficult at all. Move you guys out there. You guys can go down there. We have all of these main rooms empty. We have you in here. You can move to this elevator. You are here. Cool thing. You can move out. And there we go. Who do we work with to start this? We're gonna do the Dreaming Current for Delilah. There we go. And we just recall everyone to their main rooms, and that's gonna get most of these dealt with. Most of these things. Does Violet Noon does it not spawn in the lower layers? I don't think I've ever seen it like any lower than Central Command. I at least cannot remember it. Well, it doesn't matter. It's so easy to deal with, so it's really fine. You guys are there, you're done, thank you. Grant us love. Finished. That means we can send Justicia in there. Again, trying for the gift. Go up here. One Sin fan. Please get the gift. If you're not getting it now, then you might just end up never getting it. We are reaching your final chance of actually getting it. Sending Lamarcus there. Delilah up there. Yeah, this is good. We have a few weak people still, which sucks. I would love to not have any weak people going into Vena Suppression. We could take more training days if we really needed to. I don't think I'm gonna bother. If anything, I'm gonna just spend the lob. We probably end up memory pulling after anyways. So really, it doesn't matter. It does not matter too much. I hope we don't lose too much ego. That would kind of suck if we lost all of our good ego against Bina. And we didn't have anything into the later days. We have access to a lot of ego now, though. I mean, just Heaven and Blueprints, along with a couple of Alephi's we got. That alone really makes up for a lot of decent ego, because they give like 4 each for both suits and weapons, like 4 and 3 or whatever. So we have access to so much ego just through those 2. Alright, work up here as well. We work with Apple, send in Licorice because she has a good success chance. Sending Camille there. We get a new Meltdown. We need to work with the baby for the first time. Dude has a very high success chance. We might as well send Dude. Then we can send Yum Yum in to deal with you, I think. I hope I have Yum Yum cleared out. I think I do. Maybe we send Family Guy. You have good resistance anyways. And I know I haven't sent you there. Then we can send Justicia for Heaven. That's all of those guys dealt with. The Meltdowns are just free extra work to train with as well, because they don't tick up the bar. That's true. I mean, we could easily defeat a Dusk Ordeal right now if we really wanted to train more. We could easily defeat a Dusk Ordeal. It's not gonna be a challenge in the slightest. If anything, we might try... If we were to do it, we might try moving the weak employees, of which we don't have that many, just to an elevator. And the rest can just battle, and that's gonna solve all our issues, I think. Guessing King of Greed Fan will be max level after this in SP. I think the cool thing must be as well, we should probably start training someone else now. I don't know. Pepsi's gotta have a lot of SP after this. We really focus on that. Same thing with a lot of people here. No, not really. These abnormalities are just HE level. They're not too... They don't give too much. That's true. That's true. Not high success chance. We skip that then. We can keep doing Justicia down here. You got 1 gift at least, Justicia. That's still better than nothing. Get more health as well. You are looking kind of good. You have a lot of stat ups, so that's good. No minus stats at least. Maybe we do someone else here now. We could do like Ishmael. That makes sense. We do that once because the cool thing must be nearing max level. Then we do Pepsi once more, and I don't think we really need to do Pepsi there, but we still do so just because. We do May up there, and then who do we train on you? We do Ava for Sanity. Oh wait, we don't, because we are getting a Dusk Ordeal. So we just skip that. Just let you guys finish off. Mostly waiting for Ishmael here. Oh, let's see. Commencing, okay, analyzing perceptive reactions, testing cognitive development. So yes, this is looking good, and that should be all of you guys. That seems to be the case. End the day. Do we get anything decent? Not really, no stat-ups for the people who need it, it seems. One Sinfang got 1 more SP. Laverne is level 5 Justice, which is good. Lamarck is a little bit of level up. Camille a little bit of level up, actually a lot of it. That's pretty good. King of Greed Fan max level SP, we appreciate that. That is kind of cracked. Family got a little bit of SP. Licorice got a bunch of stat ups. Most of them are minor, but at least leveled up in Justice. Pepsi did reach the next level of Prudence and actually kind of overshot it seems, with over 100. Zokai reaching the 110 something. Delilah, a bunch of stat ups. Good job, Delilah. Roberto's doing good. Cool thing is max level SP. That's great. Ishmael, a little bit of SP, good. Yum Yum doing good here. A lot of SP and Justice. We take those. Archer, max level Temperance, good. May doing good, max level Fortitude. That seems to be good. Ava doing good, especially in the Justice department. We take those. Justicia getting a little bit of justice and also almost maxed out health-wise. Unfortunately, didn't get the gift, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles. I think we need to play one more time before we can unlock Bina Suppression, because we haven't maxed out her department yet. I don't care much for any of these ones. Knight of the Spear. I don't remember your deal. We take nothing there if Knight of the Spear is annoying. I'm gonna look you up. Yeah, Knight of the Spear seems good. So the first employee working with her will get a blessing. That means she can't work on any abnormalities. And it halves all damage they take. But pale damage is doubled. And if they panic... I don't remember what happened. Something happened. I think they died or something. I don't know. But it seems fine. We are also missing Ego gear from her. WoW Ego. So that will be the final bits of WoW Ego we are missing. We can just start core suppression. Yes, we can. Perfect. Oh. Well, that means next episode we're doing Bina suppression. I hope we can get it. I hope we can get it. I think we can. We have no bad abnormalities really to work with here. Nothing seems to be an issue. We have access to U5, we can slot in somewhere should we need stronger employees somewhere. I think working with Knight of the Spear, someone is gonna do a good job there. You already have decent pale damage resistance. If we have all other damage, you basically take nothing. You also don't need to work with abnormalities as is, so it will be easier for me to keep track of that. I don't know though, maybe I'm just thinking in a stupid way. Maybe we don't want that for you because you already have such good resistances. What does it actually look like? Your suit? Paradise Lost? Immune to damages are 5 or lower, so... Alright. Yeah, it doesn't say what your resistances will be at all. I think it might be a good idea, I don't know. If it's not a good idea, we just send someone else anyways. But, yeah. I was told to read Apocalypse Bird's story. I don't remember if I did it or not, so I'm gonna spend some time reading it here. Just in case we haven't done so. Let's see, where do we have you? Because the episode is actually over now. Known to come when the world is filled with sin, many employees fear the advent of this abnormality. To talk about this bird, we first need to tell the story of the Black Forest. We must remember the forest that was once so peaceful and beautiful, and the apocalypse shall follow. The tale of the Black Forest. Once upon a time, 3 happy birds lived in a warm and lush forest. The birds had no names, though the creatures of the forest would call them Big Bird, Long Bird, and Small Bird. Everyone lived freely and happily together in the peaceful forest. The birds wanted the forest to be safe more than anyone else. That way creatures from the outside could visit and have fun. It was a warm and sunny afternoon when a stranger visited the peaceful forest. He was a traveler, pioneer and prophet, but at the same time he was a nobody. He wanted to enter the forest, but the birds found him suspicious, so they didn't let him in. The stranger, angered, told the birds as he left, "Soon a tragedy will befall the forest. It will be tainted with misdeeds and evil, and there will be constant conflict. The tragedies will only stop when a terrible beast appears and devours everything. The sun and moon will shine upon the forest no longer. The forest will never go back to what it was before." The birds worried about the prophecy. What if conflicts really break out and the beast shows up to harm the forest just like the man said? That's when the birds decided to become the guardians of the forest. They loved this forest more than anyone else did, so they wanted to protect the creatures living in the forest and keep the peace. Big Bird, with its many eyes, decided to watch over the forest for intruders, for Big Bird's eyes could see very far, and see things we cannot see. Then somebody said, but what if the beast shows up in the middle of the night, when the sky is dark and everyone is asleep? Worried, Big Bird burned all of its feathers to make an everlasting lamp. Now the creatures of the forest were under Big Bird's constant watch, day and night. To keep the forest's peace, Longbird weighed the sins of those who entered the forest, for Longbird's scale was fair and just, and could weigh any and all kinds of sin. Then somebody said, but what if the scale doesn't tip in either direction someday? Worried, Longbird made a scale that always tipped to one side. That way, every judgment would yield a clear verdict. Smallbird decided to punish the creature's wrongdoings with its beak. Then somebody said, but your beak is so small, no one would find it hurtful. Worried, Smallbird tore its mouth wide so it could swallow any creature in one bite. No one could visit the forest anymore, and bad rumors about the forest began to spread outside. I heard terrible things happen to any creature that enters the forest. The Big Bird is always watching the creatures of the forest. There's no freedom. The Longbird's scale isn't fair at all. The small bird's punishment is so scary. The bird got upset. We work so hard to protect the forest. Why doesn't anyone appreciate our effort? Fewer and fewer visitors came to the forest. More and more creatures were complaining. Fights broke out daily, and yet the birds continued to work even harder to make the forest peaceful again. But no, this forest is so vast and wide. The three of us aren't enough to protect all of it. But there is no creature to protect this forest but us. If we combined our power, we could be stronger. The day when Big Bird's eyes that could see hundreds of kilometers away, Longbird who could judge any sin, and small Bird's mouth that could devour everything united into one, darkness fell upon the forest. Creatures screamed in terror and fear at the sight of the bird, and the forest soon fell into mayhem. Then in the middle of all the chaotic cries, someone shouted, "It's the beast! A big scary monster lives in the black, dusky forest. The beast is here." The three birds, now as one, looked around but there was no one to be seen. The bird began to prowl the forest, looking for the beast. The forest would be in trouble if the beast really showed up. But there was nothing. There were no creatures, no sun and moon, and no beast. All that was left was just a bird and the black forest. Since then, there were only nights dark as pitch. Rumor says there is a terrible beast in the black forest where no one lives. Survivor testimony. Every single light in the facility went crazy. They kept flickering and flickering. I couldn't even use my lighter. Then this warm light shone through it all. It looked like a warm, waning twilight or a growing sunrise. Though as we all know, sunlight can't make its way into our facility. Everyone silently gazed at the light. Sudden darkness and a weird ray of light were enough reason to be frightened. It was scarier than anything gory we'd seen here. It was a true fear of the unknown itself. Omitted. Something from far away was coming our way. Incandescent lights like stars from outer space were marching towards us. It looked like Big Bird's eyes, but it wasn't that abnormality. I could hear these long arms scratching the floor. Someone broke the silence with a whisper. That guy over there couldn't run away in time. There was an employee kneeling on the floor. Perhaps he couldn't sense the danger approaching behind him, and once he noticed, it was too late. He couldn't even scream. Nobody would have been able to then. He just meaninglessly struggled to move his legs, desperate to run from the beast. There was no heroic act of someone standing up against the monster, not even a yell to warn him. Everyone was just watching him, waiting for the terrible thing that was about to happen. Each step sent a tremor through the whole facility. The monster was moving with such slow steps, but it seemed so fast. In the blink of an eye, it devoured the nameless employee in one bite, and right after that everyone started screaming in chaos. I had gone through handling countless suppressions, but that day, for the first time, I regretted ever joining the company. I was certain I wouldn't get out of there alive. This helplessness overwhelmed me. I couldn't even think about fighting back against the monster, and many others were feeling the same. I think I'm the only one who stayed sane enough to write this among all the survivors. The company will never tell our newbies about the existence of that monster. However, I wanted to leave them a warning at the very least. That's why I'm writing this. Yeah, good story. It's funny that he has outcome ranges and stuff. Like, he's really treated as such you can work with him. The big bird's eyes imprisoned light, the long bird's arm concealed time, and the small bird's beak whispered endlessly. As long as they exist, the apocalypse bird will not disappear. You know, work, success, chances and stuff. That's funny. Yeah, I like that. It shows how they all come together, and I like the trope of the self-fulfilling prophecy, where trying to avoid the prophecy you created. The ironic twist, especially in those shorter stories. There's something so weirdly satisfying about it, in a way. It's like poetic justice in a way. Yeah, I like that. And that is all the time we have for this episode today, folks. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll see the next one. And remember, if you want to become a Fopper just like us, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It's free, and it really helps me out. Anyways, have a nice day, and goodbye.